this. Two of the three judges gave Roach the 12th and final round. He needed those.
He wanted a draw. He needed the last round for a draw, and they pinned. That was a knockdown. I've never seen a boxer get hit in the eye from a punch, take a knee, and they don't call it a knockdown. The ref did not call any low blows. Tank hit him with like 55 low blows. He lost. He lost. And I am mad I couldn't get my money. I should have bet the draw. I'm going to take one more beer and y'all can close me out. Okay, I'm going to let you, no, go ahead and do your thing. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Tank lost. Roach got robbed.
Everything that happened here tonight.
Look at Roach.
We started out where you went as Tellez, take it on.
Tellez came out, did his thing. Look at that. Oh.
Here was all one-sided affair. Tellez remains unbeaten. And then our first fight, world title fight, Alberto Playo defending his title against Sandor Martin. Hey, this was a really interesting fight. Martin had some good moments.
Yep.
In the end,
alrighty.
Who retained his title and the victory. And Gary Antoine Russell taking on Ryo. And it was Paul Russell. He is the new 140-pound champion as he gets the victory. And then in the main event,
The main event.
Defending his title for the 6th time against Robbery.
Tank. Roach whooped him and did exactly what he's supposed to do.
In this fight, had some really great moments.
Look at that. That was a knockdown. Boom. Tank ran out the ring after the decision. Oh, it's a draw. Yeah, Roach whooped his ass. Yeah, and they called it a draw. Yeah. Yep.
I guess everybody's got their phone up though.
Yeah. He did all that talking. And Roach came in and whooped his ass. But, like I told y'all, boxing matters. I told you they know each other. Now, let me tell you, boxing is corrupt. Every sport is corrupt. This ain't just boxing, but boxing just showed up tonight. Because see, in the public opinion and what the fans saw is you saw the fans, they was all in there rooting for Tank. They all booed him when he spoke, especially when he blamed the grease from his hair getting in his eye as the reason, as everybody in the whole arena saw you get punched in your goddamn eye and then you took a knee. Saying, oh, I got punched in my eye and the grease from my hair. I just got my hair done. Nobody want to hear about your hair getting done in a fight. I just had my hair done. And he's like, oh, they don't love me no more. All right, that's all right, they'll love me again. No, he got his ass whooped. You know why? Because he's sitting there running his mouth. He's running his mouth about, yeah, everybody know Roach won. And I'm gonna tell you how he won. Because it was clear. I'm sitting here calling it as it's going on. I'm sitting right here calling it. I'm like, I'm calling it. The reason he won is because Roach one knows how Tanks fights. We have seen Roach in the Mayweather gym. Roach has been in our Mayweather gym for years. So you got Roach in the Mayweather gym. You got Tank has never really been in the Mayweather gym like that. No. When I was there, that was one of the few times when he had the training camp in the Mayweather gym that he had a real camp. This camp was messed up and he brought the wrong guy in his corner. Okay? He brought a man in there who's a good motivational speaker, but not a goddamn good trainer, in my opinion. And now you took Calvin Ford, your trainer, and made him basically the third man in the corner. So you already don't have the right system going on in your corner. You got confusion in your corner. And you can see that in the fight. Third mistake. Let's go to the next domino in the fall right here, right? Let's get to the next domino. Now, the main domino in this fight is clear. Before we even get really to the boxing, we doing with all this stuff leading up to the actual fight. Tank Davis talked about everybody. He talked about Devin Haney. He talked about, he talked about Devin Haney. He talked about everybody from Devin Haney to Keyshawn Davis to all of these other fighters, except for the guy he got to face. And I'm like, man, you should be focused on the guy you got to fight. He was more than willing to talk about everybody else as if this fight was already won. Roach he's a front runner. Yeah, he has been a front runner in the past, but he knows you, dog. You guys have fought before. You guys have sparred before. Y'all have fought each other before, but Roach, as I told you, he will have one fight to make you think he's an all-time great, and then the next fight, he just be like subpar. And you be like, man, what's going on over there? But he will get up for a big fight, and he is skilled. And as you can see, I was right, yet again. I told you, he will have a fight to make you think he's an all-time great. And didn't he look like an all-time great tonight? Yep. And what was the strategy? His father and him had a great strategy going in on Gervonta Davis. Keep it tight, stay focused, and don't bend or break. Stay right there. Don't get locked into the BS. So what they did was they played a whole different game. They said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to change the tables. And we're going to flip everything upside down on his head. And what we're going to do is stay on Gervonta Davis's right leg. That was all night. Stay on his right leg. If you stay on Tank's right leg, he can't do anything. If you stay tight like he was on his defense and he just wait for him to shoot his shot, pop, 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 roll, turn your shoulder. He can't land that left. That big left he want to land, he can't do that because of your distance. So he got to extend to do it. You're not running in his shots. You're not standing there to get knocked out. So right there, you're turning on the shoulder and that opening up on that left hook. That left hook was there. He actually missed some opportunities to throw that left hook because Tank started panicking. Tank is not a confident fighter. As I told you, he's not. He's not. He's not a confident fighter at all. He looks for excuses every time, even during a fight. He's unsure of himself. And Roach knows that about him. He said he's not a confident fighter. I know it. And see, he knows Tank. Like I do. Tank isn't a confidence fighter. He don't have that confidence in him. It's false confidence that he tried a tough bravado in that street because that's what he is. But he's not a tough guy like that. He's not mentally tough. And as you saw in this fight, he started falling apart. When he saw the fight wasn't going his way, he started falling apart. It was just what I said. The fight turned around exactly how I said. Hey, what's up? Oh, Tank lost.
Clearly.
Clearly.
You win no draw?
Hell no. Tank lost that fight.
Roach was training from day one to day.
They fought each other for years. I've been in a camp with both of them.
Are they sparring?
Yeah, they fought as an amateur. They fought before an amateur.
You don't think Tank probably wasn't training like he was?
No, he trained. He just got he got a problem in his corner. You see, he brought in a new head trainer. So that was the new head trainer. Calvin Floyd was the third, and they were arguing in the corner. That's a whole mess, conflict over already. Plus, they had a perfect strategy for Tank. They knew exactly what's going on. Stay on his right leg, take his left away from him. Yeah, and then they just waited for him to open up, and he would explode on him. Plus, he was ready. He stayed in the box, he stayed tight. Yeah. That's how Roach fight. Yeah, Roach fight like that. He'll have one good fight, then he'll go back to looking subpar. You be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You just put on a great fight, but now
that second fight, Tank finna train from now to the other fight.
Yeah, he's seen him now. But he got to get Calvin Floyd back in there.
In that second fight,
he got to get rid of this trainer.
He got to get rid of that second fight though, because now he knows.
Well, he got to get rid of this trainer first. He got to put Calvin Floyd back in charge. Why would you bring this coach in here? This trainer.
He's gonna get rid of that second fight. I guarantee you're gonna get rid of him.
He should. I'm hoping.
Roach stood in there, but he ain't had enough to put him away.
He ain't
got enough to put your weight on.
Well, that's the thing. Roach ain't a knockout guy. He's a nutrition guy. He's strong though. He's coming from 130. He came up in weight to fight Tank. So yeah, but he know his style. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be.
He's taking away that left though.
Yeah. That's what him and his daddy. They already knew that. But that rematch gonna be tough.
He gonna train. He gonna know like he one of the ones, so I gotta put him down.
Yeah. Because now he embarrassed.
Now, if he don't put Roach down, now it's gonna be like, he got to match your match.
See, all through the promotion, he been talking about all the other fighters. He was talking about Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. He talking about everybody else.
The party ain't doing big headed. You ain't really thinking.
He ain't thinking about the guy he got to fight.
This man on your ass.
He was thinking like.
Missed the whole thing. I just got.
Yeah, he just got here. Yeah.
I want to watch that bitch tomorrow.
Yeah.
See, like, hold on.
Yeah. But nah, he put it on Tank tonight. He should have got his hand raised, man, because that messes it up. That messed up the game. The politics came into play. Yeah, my man's over here. He lost some bread. He bet it on Tank. But, that happens. He thought Tank was going to pull it out. Oh, yeah, brother got bread, too. He got a bad piece with him. So he ain't that mad. Ain't as mad as I would have been. But will Tank get the rematch is gonna be epic. Yeah, because now see all the fans know who Roach is. Now everybody gonna be singing Roach's praises. But like I told people, Roach looked good for one fight, and the next fight he just looked completely terrible. But by this being the biggest fight in his life, Roach might bring it. When I did the weigh-in, that's why I said I don't normally do breakdowns or reviews of fights until after the weigh-in. So you guys didn't get a chance to see that because I was here. I was on the Nate Jones channel. I did my review and most of my boxing stuff over there. So I'm gonna do a breakdown over there and go through a full consensus breakdown. But just so y'all would know, he gonna stay what? On his right side. If you stay on Tank's right side, he's in trouble. Devin Haney would hurt Tank if they was to fight. Because all you got to do is stay disciplined. With Nate Jones in his corner, that's a dangerous fight for Tank. Because Nate Jones knows Tank. I know Tank. Do you think I don't know how to beat Tank and what it takes to beat him? No. I know exactly what it takes to put him down. That's why I paid so well. Cause him and Roach, man, they know each other. Dude, we've been in Roach camp before, and we've been in Tank camp before. So we've seen both of them. They both been in the Mayweather gym, but he been in the Mayweather gym more than Tank. Tank wasn't in there that much, remember? When Tank left the gym, me and you were there, and Tank camp, that was the worst camp, boxing camp we've ever had. I'm glad you in the chat to let these dudes know. That was the worst boxing camp we had ever seen for a fighter. None, his head trainers, none of them were there. He was training by himself. Calvin Ford wasn't there, none of them dudes. Tank was training by himself. So, when you bring in Barry Hunter in your training camp, you about to lose. Once I saw Barry Hunter in that corner, I knew it was over. He's a motivational speaker. That's not a boxing trainer. Right, 100%. So what you're looking at is discipline. If you watch the fight again, you'll see everything I'm saying. He made him reach he made him reach every single time. And all you got to do is frustrate Tank a couple of times. He gonna lose belief in himself. And he's unconfident. You see, every time he come to the corner, did I get that win? Did I get that round? Did I get that round? He's so nervous, and he cares what everybody thinks. He cares what the crowd thinks. Did you see how he ran out of the ring? He ran out of the ring because he was all hurt that the people turned against him and they booed him. And he's like, see, that's how it is, man. They love you, then they hate you, then they'll love you again. That's all right. We're going to run it back, and then they going to love me again. Nah, bruh. The fans ain't fooled. You got your ass whooped. Now they all cheering for Roach because you got your ass whooped, and the referee protected you, dog. That was a knockdown. Not that he needed it to be a knockdown. He won even without that. He swept. I mean, swept rounds 8 through 12. 8 through 12, dog. Rounds 8 through 12, he swept. What the hell is wrong with these people? That wasn't no knockdown. How was it not a knockdown? He punched him in the eye. He took a knee. That is a knockdown in boxing. What is you talking about? You must don't know boxing very well. There's never been a time in history that has not been a knockdown. The referee was finna start counting. He went to his corner to get a towel to get the thing out of his eye. What is you talking about? That's a knockdown. I'm not a Tank fan no more. It's Roach season. Don't get too high on Roach. I'm gonna just tell you, he's a fights on, one fight on, next fight off type guy. That's just always how he's been. He'll fight real great, and then the next fight he'd be subpar. He won't let his hands go. You'd be like, damn, I thought we was gonna get that in this fight. I was like, dog, this is the biggest fight of your life. Why you ain't letting your hands go? After the first 2 rounds, he won, and then the next 2 rounds, Tank won. So I gave the first 2 rounds to Roach, then the next 2 rounds I gave to Tank. And then the fight broke out. I said, oh, yeah, this is it. And it woke Roach up. And Roach started actually taking the chances. You know, at first he's trying to see, you know, he's trying to pace himself. Because he's pacing himself for 12. Roach is 12, trained for 15 rounds. So Roach, he's thinking this is the old Roach. Tank is thinking this is the old Roach I've been fighting for years. Like, I know him. He's a front runner. He gets out early. And this is what happened when you don't study your opponent. You think you know him because you didn't fought him before. He's going, now this is his opportunity. He moved up in weight to fight you. Now, Devin, everybody finna roast your ass because you've been talking it all week about them and not about the guy you fight. Your focus ain't on the guy you fight. That's why Roach at the weigh-in was like this. He knew. He know one thing for sure. Hit the like button, y'all. Y'all coming in here, hit the like button up. He was about to whoop your ass. He knew. And I said, oh, I gotta take Roach. I gotta take Roach. I took the over and I took Roach. I lost because I should have bet the draw. I should have put money on the draw. Oh my God. I just said, might as well go for Roach because all the money on Tank. You ain't gonna get no money betting on Tank. So I was like, man, I just bet on Roach because, shoot, at least I'll get some money if he win. And I know he ain't finna knock Roach out. I knew that. He's not finna knock Roach out. Of course Floyd can beat Tank. What do you mean? Floyd might can beat him at 48. It was never a question, could Floyd beat? Who had that as a question? First of all, Tank don't even fight at Floyd weight class. And if you want to talk about Floyd at 130 and 135, he would have stopped Tank. Are you kidding me? Tank wouldn't have touched him at all and would have been dropped by Floyd. Do you understand Floyd at 130 was knocking everybody out? See, you guys are young. Y'all only know Money Mayweather. Y'all don't know Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd would have stopped Tank Davis. It'd have been brutal. It wasn't even just the defense. He was stopping guys at 130. He'd been stabbing him in the body. He wouldn't have been hit. That left would have been just neutralized. You're not going to be a one-hand fighter and try to be. Tank don't have a right hook. And that's the problem with most guys who are left-handed. They don't have or possess left hooks. I mean, right hooks. Their right hand is garbage. So when you start seeing guys like Tank, Tank never has a decent right hook. It's okay if you're hurt, but he don't throw it that much. He's now a straight jab, straight left, straight left. The right jab is just there to set up and be a range finder for the left. Tank is strong. Don't give me Tank hit like a middleweight. He got heavy power. Like he's heavy-handed. So he hit like a middleweight. But Roach is the naturally bigger man. He's bigger than him. Even though he moved up to 135, he's bigger, bruh. And because he's the bigger man, he knows how to get things done. You looked at it tonight, you would think Tank moved up in weight and not Roach. remember, Tank came in at 133 and not 135. And I said, ooh, he coming in kind of light. Roach came in right at the weight limit at 135. So I said, ooh, man, Roach is serious. He's finna Tank come in at 133. I said, ooh, he looked like he had a fat camp. And he just lost a lot of weight. I hope he didn't drain himself to make this, because I'm like, he at 133, he might be a little too light. And when he rehydrated, you could see it wasn't what he thought. He was in a fight. Yeah, sticking to the rule books remain to be a problem. Right, sticking to the rule book. The man clearly took a knee, which is a knockdown. He took a knee and went to the corner. He didn't go to the ref after he got hit in the eye and said, "Ref, my hair is this and that. I just got my hair done." Why the would you get your hair done going into a fight? See, that's the kind of goofiness that we talk about. I remember they had to cut Paulie Malignaggi's hair in the middle of a fight. It's like, dog, what is you doing? This is a fight, not a beauty contest. That's why the fans start booing. Like, man, you know how it be. No, I just got my hair done, man. It's like, dude, nobody care about your hair getting done. No, this is a fight. They can't pay to see your hair and how pretty your hair is. They paid to see a fight. And you talking about your hair just got done, dog. Nobody want to hear that shit. They ready to whoop your ass. I understand it. Exactly. People lost a lot of bread off you tonight because of a draw. That means they picked you to win. Some people pick Tank to win by knockout in like the early rounds. My boy lost his whole bag. He had Tank by 4th round knockout. Woo! He was out early. I told him don't bet that. He said the draw play plus 2,500. I know, and I'm the guy that bets the draw. And this is the fight I should bet the draw. I was just too distracted. So I didn't bet it. Oh my God. Had I put money on this? Ooh, man, I might go out. This chick was talking about getting my stinks up. So I might have to do that. Might have to do that one tonight. But still, now everybody gonna think a little different. Now Lamont Roach might be the favorite going into the fight. Ain't gonna be no cold pizza in this house. This house steak a crispy 83 degrees. You can walk around in this house in a bikini. because that's the way it was drawn out to be. Everybody talking about Tank loss. Now it's will Tank Davis show up to the press conference? Look at Kathy. She's in there running the media. Still loyal to PBC, boy. Congratulations to Antoine Gary Russell. I knew his aggression and physical prowess would be too much. I actually heard some people just say Tank got robbed. Just, they say stuff like that just to be saying it, just for shock value. How'd Tank get robbed? Mm-hmm. Tank got LeBron tendencies. Yeah. But now, the blood's in the water. You see, this is why you're not fighting YouTubers no more. You're not fighting a YouTuber no more. You fighting a real fighter, homie. After 8 rounds, wasn't nothing left in that tank. We saw that. You was an empty tank. Because you got Barry Hunter in your corner. Barry Hunter. Barry, if you want your fighter to lose, come get me. If you want your fighter to lose, you get Barry Hunter. And they will lose. Barry Hunter and the whole world knew what I knew. There's nothing you can do about that. No. The whole world gonna figure it out sooner or later. It's all on them. Mm-mm. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Day Jones story. I was mad. I would be mad about that in the beginning, like any other human being would, but it is what it is. But now we're gonna see if Tank gonna show up to his own press conference. That's what we gotta find out. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we waiting to see if Tank gonna show up. They right now they pause because they don't know if Tank gonna show up. He don't want to come outside. He don't want to face the media. He got embarrassed. That's what happens when you get embarrassed. You don't want to come outside. See? I look like a man who's tired. I look like a man who's been up for 14, 16 hours. See, I've been working on Patreon. I done did Screen Thing. I done did One Crack News. I done did Carcino for Life. Here's the thing. I don't even have to do all that. That's the crazy part. It's like, you don't even got to do that. Why you give them so much? That's just what I do, man. It's what I do. I give them all. Like they say, dude, you crazy. You supposed to give people something. Like they put up stuff once a week on Patreon. One item per week. Now, all of a sudden, everybody beats Tank after tonight. Tank did not win 7 rounds in this fight. They could stop the cap. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 4 rounds for Roach right there. 1, 2. The first 2 rounds I give to Roach. Right there, that's 6 rounds, so he can't lose a fight. Mm-hmm. Tank, I think Keyshawn will be a great fight for Tank. Because that's the type of fight he would want. Keyshawn would go for it. He's not going to fight a strategic fight like Roach. That fight would bring a lot more out in Tank, where he would have the fight that he likes more. Roach knows your style. He knows you're not a big jab guy. He knows you're going to babysit your punches. He know that. Oh, don't worry, y'all. We wait. We are going live as soon as Tank Davis shows his face. He's not going to show his face, but when he does, we're going to let you guys know exactly when Tank Davis decides to come outside and show his face. He ran out the ring. He ran out the ring early. He got no excuse. This guy came from 130 to fight you. He moved up a weight class to fight you. You thought it was going to be an easy fight because you've been fighting nothing but easy fights. No more YouTube fighters. See, we done told your ass. The chickens have come home to roost. People tired of that, bro. They tired. They want to see what's real. Uh-oh. They may take him out. Uh-oh. Media getting mad. Gotta bring him out, bring him out, bring him out. Took a knee, dog.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Ready to welcome one half of our main event, the 130-pound reigning WBA
Tank ain't coming out.
champion who just had a terrific performance. Unfortunately, there was no winner with a majority draw. So it's a pleasure to welcome the Reaper, Lamont Roach. He had a tremendous performance, and this was a performance that this man knew he had in him. He had a confidence all week going into this fight, and you all saw why he had that confidence. A great performance, Lamont. I know you're frustrated because you wanted to win. You felt like you won. So just thoughts on the fight, and after having a couple of minutes to decompress, what are you thinking right now?
I mean, obviously, I want to go back and watch it, but clearly in there, man, I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory.
You won.
Over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the motherfucking bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate True Boxing Media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won, and I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
All right, guys, raise your hand. We'll get you a mic. So try to be patient because we will try to get to you.
In the month.
What's up?
Yo, what's up? Hey, during this fight here, like, you showed the world that you didn't back down because, of course, leading into the fight, like, folks were like saying, oh, Tank's opponents get intimidated and everything like that. But, of course, like you said in the press conference, you ready to book. You already knew what it was, between you and Tank. So what did you think about, going into that fight as far as like going back and forth with Tank as far as like throwing more combinations over the course of those rounds?
I just think, going into the fight, I knew I had what it takes. Like I said, I knew I had a chin. I sparred guys that were like junior middleweights, middleweights, like current champions that was at that weight. So I know I can take a punch. He's twitchy in there. Like I do see why he knocked people out. I mean, like being up close and personal. Obviously, I seen it on the TV and shit like that. But I understand why he knocked people out. I'm not gonna tell y'all because y'all gonna tell him. But I just knew that I could be in there, and I knew that I can do better than him to win rounds, win exchanges, because he fighting spurts.
Lamont, you want to come to the podium and answer questions? We'll bring you up to the podium, and you'll have media ask questions. Media, continue raising your hand. Media, continue raising your hand. They just want you so they can see you better.
Lamont, KG with fight hype. So right here. There you go. Thank you. So I gotta ask. When you think about this decision and it being a draw, and you think about what happened in the 9th round, how frustrated are you that wasn't counted as a knockdown?
Man, I'm not. Honestly, I thought I should have won without that being counted a knockdown. Look, I ain't the ref. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had the white sweat out his eye, he had the white sweat out his eye. But the rules do state, if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic A game. But it is what it is. I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that. But if that was counted a knockdown, I would win the majority decision.
Yeah, Lamont, this is Matt from Brunch Boxing. What explanation, if any, were you given about why that particular sequence was not properly called a knockdown?
I don't know, did y'all see me in the ring tell him to keep counting? he started counting. I was like, why you stop? Like, keep counting. But I honestly don't know. I don't know. But I can't go back and change it, so.
Lamont, Sean Tell, congrats, man, on fighting a great fight. A lot of people agree with you that you did win the fight. Just can you talk about Gervonta's power? He got you with some good shots, but you kept staying in the center of the ring with him. A lot of other fighters don't deal with the power as well. How do you assess his power after being in there for 12?
He got decent power. He got decent power for sure. I ain't gonna say it's exaggerated. I told you I got a chin. I ain't going like that. It's just not gonna happen. But like I said, I see why he knocked people out, and I think he felt my power too. Like I think that's what negated a lot of his shots. And once I took his best shot, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to roll.
Hey Lamont,
What's up?
congratulations. How did you feel walking into the ring, and at what point did you loosen up and really get into your groove?
Walking into the ring, I felt like everybody had me fucked up, including him. And I think that's how I fought too. I think I got into a groove early. I ain't gonna lie. I was feeling it from the jump. I was feeling it from the jump. I was on timing today. I was on timing for sure.
Lamar, Urban Sports Team, I got two questions. First, when I asked your brother what was 2025 going to look like for No Excuse, he said your father would become Coach of the Year. What you think about that?
I said that too. Absolutely. I've been saying that. That man is genius, man. That man is genius. He soaked up a lot of game from my cousin, man. My cousin Bernard Boogaloo Roach. And just to shout him out, man. I did this with him, man. We started this from the ground up. When I first started boxing, we went and got our own gym, cleaned the gym up, and made it a gym out of a shed. Me, Boogaloo, with my dad. So, you know, he will be trainer of the year after the rematch.
And congrats. And can we get the rematch back in the DMV? You got some say now, bro.
Oh, that's a goodie right there. I hope so. I'm a bargain for that.
Sure, man. You ain't had no say in this one, but come on, bro.
Yeah, no question. I'm trying to do that.
Hey Lamont. Hey,
What's up?
Congratulations on that performance.
Thank you.
I'm sure a lot of people were extremely impressed. Shakur Stevenson said that if you can't get the rematch, he has a championship fight waiting for you. What do you think about that?
That's why I love him. Genuinely speaking, man, that's what I want to do. I want to fight the best fights. You know, like I said, hopefully we can get the rematch. If not, hopefully I can, well, more than likely we can get in there with Shakur because, you know, we already talked. And it's all about showing who's the best. It's all about good competition. And that's what I'm on. I'm in here trying to prove that I'm the best.
Andres Gomez, Coinman Boxing. My question is for Lamont Roach Sr. Coach, how would you rate your son's performance and, you know, what you think of the fight?
That's a good question, Ryan.
Thank you.
I told him to go out there and be great, and that's exactly what he did. So get A+ for me. We didn't get the decision like we wanted. It was a draw. We thought we won a fight, but that's boxing for you. But I'm so proud of him, though. You know, words can't explain.
What's up, champ? It's Barack.
What's up, Barack?
What's going on, man? For Ring Champs on All the Smoke fight. Congratulations, coach. Congratulations, Lamont. Now, you said you was on timing. You said he was great, coach. But is there more in your bag? Because it only came up with a draw. It could be maybe the judges, whatever. It could be New York, who knows? But is there more in your bag? Off the top of your head, do you know that there's more in your bag?
100%. 100% for sure. What I said at the press conference, got a big bag. Got a big bag. My bag deep for sure.
Hey, Lamont, Will, from Is What It Is Now. We spoke to you at the press conference, and I talked to you and asked you about the feeling of respect compared to disrespect, and you said it wasn't really that. What did you feel after that, after your performance tonight? How did you look at toe-to-toe?
It's still gonna be respect. At the end of the day, a lot of people don't understand that he didn't have to fight me. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have to. He's a superstar. He can fight whoever he wants. He didn't have to fight me. When we signed the fight, he stuck to his word. We fought, and so I'm always going to respect him for that. He gave me the opportunity, and I just really can't wait to run it back. For real, I can't wait. But it's definitely respect.
Over here, Lamont, Tiger One, DC News Now. We're at the end of the journey now.
fight's over.
Oh, it's far from over. Far from over.
But can you just tell me, you know, after the decision, after everything, walking back to the locker room with you and your team, tell me how that moment was.
I was pissed. I found myself getting like a little upset, but I shook it off. I got a lot of great people in my corner telling me that I don't need to have my head down, that I perform well. And, you know, they just uplifted me because I ain't gonna lie. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't win, then I want y'all to put yourself in my shoes. I thought I did a hell of a performance, and not to come up with the win, it's, you know, it's a little frustrating, it's a little disappointment. But I shook that funk. We're gonna bully again.
Okay. Yeah. At what point in this fight, was there a point in the fight where you thought, where your confidence grew and you thought, it seemed like when you started, when you absorbed some of his best shots, it seemed like your confidence grew throughout the fight. And did a little past history, knowing what he does, kind of come into this?
My confidence was through the roof yesterday. I ain't really like. I mean, I get in the mode. I get in my mode when I'm in. I get in my bag when I'm in the ring. But, bro, I'm ready. I was ready. We could have fought a week ago. I was ready. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was ready. My confidence was through the roof before. It's still through the roof, and I just want to go back and watch it. I want to go back and watch it.
Hey, Lamont, congratulations, man. Great performance. Dante's Boxing Nation, I just wanted to ask you, they talked about his power a lot, but I want to ask you about your power because it seems like you buckled him a couple of times and backed him up off you. So, you know, what do you got to say about that? Because it looked like you met the challenge.
I think I'm cracking. I've been saying that, man. I think I'm cracking. I'm really blessed to have the coaches that I have. We're working on a good game plan, placing shots very well, looking for certain shots, being able to counter. And I think I was on time, and especially like in the perfect moments to land beautiful shots. Some of the shots that might have stumbled him or visibly hurt him. He's tough. He's a great fighter. He's tough. He knows what to do. If he does get buzzed, even if he wasn't buzzed, if it looks like it, he's still like, you know what I'm saying? Like he knew what to do.
Lamont, during the fight or after, what kind of acknowledgement did you get from Tank that, you know, hey, tonight you were my equal or maybe even the better man?
I mean, we exchanged words. He just said, you know, good fight. I told him good fight. I honestly think he thought it was up in the air too. Like he said he thought he won. I think I won. We got a draw, so it's mutual. It's mutual respect for each other's skill level. And it's mutual respect for each other's will too. It take a man and get in there and thump for 12 rounds.
Lamont, what up? It's Ola Strong over here.
Yo.
Congrats.
Thank you, brother.
You felt like you won the fight, but when the fight was over, before the judges, you know, before the scorecards came up on in the ring, were you worried at all that maybe you wouldn't get the nod?
I know it was something funny. When we was talking in like the 12th round, I think the 12th or 11th, we was talking shit, right? But he like, you ain't gonna win. I said, shit, why not? What you talking about? He like, man, ain't gonna give it to you. I was like, oh, is that right? So, you know, that's how boxing work. It's sad to say, you know, that's how boxing work. I'm not like totally upset. I figured with a superstar, you won't get too much on paper. But shit, I damn sure thought I had it. Especially when they announced the score for him. I was like, oh, they gonna give me a split decision win. I was like, oh yeah. I said, oh shit, there you go. But as soon as I heard that 114, I was just like, damn, all right, it's over with. So yeah, man, it's just crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's okay. We gonna run it back. It's okay.
What up, though? It's me, Stu, from the Shade Room, and I just want to say, interviewing you really reminded me of times of like almost like Crawford, your composure. You know, you seem very prepared. You seemed very confident. Like you said, your confidence was through the roof. Do you think that your performance this evening, when I asked you, you know, what was this going to mean to you? You said, well, the world would see you for who you are as a fighter. Do you feel your performance tonight was able to propel your experience in the fight game to the next level? And do you feel you were able to show the world who you are today as a fighter?
Most definitely. Tank's a world-class competitor. He's a pound-for-pound talent. And, you know, for a fight that I think I won against him, I just, you know, I should be in those conversations.
Mohammed Mubarak with EURweb.com.
Mm-hmm.
How would you rate your performance from 1 to 10?
Honestly, I gotta go back and look at the tape, but right now I feel like I did a 10. after the final bell rung, I thought I did a hell of a job. Maybe after I watch it, I might, you know, deduct a few decimals or something like that. But I think I did well. I think I did very well.
I just want to say one thing. Let's give him a round of applause. You guys know now who Lamont Roach is. And Team Roach, thank you guys for a hell of a job. PBC, Luis de Cuba's out hanging, thank you. ProBox, Gary, thank you very much. And we'll see you very soon.
Yes, sir. And if any of y'all had me getting knocked out to all this, I'm gonna go back and look at y'all pages. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I'm so glad the fake boxing media not here neither. Two-tone, showbiz, all that. Who? Ray Jackson? Fuck. Nah, I like Ray Jackson. Only cause he's funny. Only cause he's funny. Other than that, fuck two-tone. Fuck showbiz. I'm like, come on, all right. They don't know nothing about boxing. I appreciate you guys here. Thank you. And I just want to thank my Savior, Lord, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for letting me be here, letting me perform and do what I do, man. I'm so blessed. Thank you to my team, Gary, Robert, my dad, Big Ben, Clean, Coach D, Poncho, Zoe, Reggie, everybody, man. Thank you. We'll be right back. We'll be right back for sure. Reza got me fast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Lamont Roach, the 130-pound reigning champ. And as his team said, we hope to see him very soon as him and Tank hopefully will run it back. So we are awaiting Gervonta Tank Davis. He should be coming here shortly, so hang tight.
Everybody waiting on Tank.
Gervonta Davis should be
Tank
making his
scared.
way here shortly.
Tank scared. Now, Showbiz got cooked. Because I've been told y'all about Showbiz. Showbiz is one of those enthusiasts. They fans. But like I've always told you about Tank, Tank has never fought anybody. He talking about, I'm about to retire. You talking about retirement? You talking about retirement because you ain't taking care of business. You never fought anybody that was the best in the division. You've been fighting cupcakes. Pedraza was the last fight you had that was a real champion. You fought Lalo Santa Cruz, who came up 2 weight classes. You fought another small dude. I'm like, dog, you fighting all these little guys, and you a little guy. But you know, they can't crack an egg. Then you fight Ryan Garcia, the YouTube fighter. No, we've been called this out. He fought Frank fucking Martin. Who is he? Who was his last fight? Frank Martin. He knocked Frank Martin out. Who the hell was Frank Martin? Who did he beat that he's supposed to be fighting Tank? Then he fighting Roach right after it. Another cherry pick. Roach was a 130-pound champion. But he's like, oh, I used to fight Roach. I know him. I beat him before. Let me fight Lamont Roach. Everybody was like, dog, what you fighting Lamont Roach for? Why don't you fight one of these champions? Why don't you fight Shakur Stevenson? Why don't you fight Devin Haney? Why don't you fight Teofimo Lopez? He's scared. He's scared. I told y'all that. Tank is afraid to fight these dudes. He's been afraid. He wanted to blame Floyd Mayweather. The whole fight, he talked about all these fighters, but he ain't never fight none of them. Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn need to fight Shakur Stevenson, and then the winner can fight me. That's what they need to do. Because I'm the big money draw. You the big money draw because PBC blow up fighters. They feed them up. They like cotton candy. And then everybody black think they something. Then they get their ass exposed when they fight a real fighter. This has happened to every PBC fighter they got. Don't y'all figure this out? PBC don't have real champions. I told y'all that. They got paper champions. Errol Spence, paper champion. Told y'all that. I was like, Terrence Crawford will chew through him. Y'all all laughed at me, and I said it for years before the fight even happened. Before he fought Sean Porter, I was telling y'all about Terrence Crawford to eat up Errol Spence. Yeah, he talking about showbiz, because showbiz is a fanboy. We got a lot of showbiz over here talking NBA, talking hip hop. They everywhere. Like academics. That's like him dissing academics. That's exactly what it looks like. Tank was embarrassed. That's why he ran out of the ring so fast. Because everybody booed him when he tried to blame his hair for him taking a knee. You don't take a knee, you go grab the ref and say, hey, man, my eye messed up. Time out. My eye, the thing from my eye, but that was off of a punch. You got punched in your eye. He was like, no, my hair, the juice from my hair. I just got my hair done. Why would you get your hair done in the middle of a fight? Nobody want to hear about your hair getting done in a fight. They pay to see a fight, not how good your hair is. That's great marketing for showbiz. Because people who don't know him, they finna go check him out. That's like when Kendrick said, check out the vibe on Act. Even he looking compromised. Once he said that, it was over. Showbiz is happy as hell he said his name. Because now he can make his video, he's going to go through the roof. Now Tank, his whole aura of invincibility is ruined. It's ruined. Well, he got Barry Hunter in the corner. Mm-hmm. It's like this, man. You either smoke or you get smoked. No. Tank Davis is taking all the time in the world to go out there. He's scared. There's no way. He had more time than he was all the way in the locker room first by a mile. He been ready. He's scared to go out there and talk to the media. They trying to convince him to go talk to the media. No, because his team ain't right. You put in Barry Hunter in your corner. Barry Hunter is a motivational speaker. He's not a great trainer. Y'all had no game plan for Roach. None at all. Nobody could get Gervonta to focus in the fight. When he was in the corner and he was spiraling and panicking, nobody could calm him down. Nobody could say, hey, man, calm down. We got this. The fight's under control. He had nobody. Right now, they're telling Tank he got to come out there. You can't just blow this off. You got to go out there and face the people or they're going to think you lost even more because you scared to go out. You got to go out. There is no wiggle room now. You got to go. He got no choice. He got no choice but to go out there. Calvin Ford was in the camp. He just wasn't the head trainer. He brought in Barry Hunter, thinking Barry Hunter has more knowledge than Calvin Ford. And Calvin Ford was the third in the corner, which was a mistake. Barry Hunter is just a motivational speaker and should never, ever have been the damn head trainer. That was a mistake. Because when the times got rough and the fight was gonna get rough, the voice in the corner is got to be singular voice in that corner. It's got to be one voice in that corner that's gonna matter. And if it's not the voice that you're used to hearing, as Calvin Ford leaned in and tried to take control, then you got Barry Hunter in there talking at the same time. Now it's a lot of confusion in the Tank corner. So when you go back and watch the fight, you're going to see all the confusion in the corner. Because Tank's spiraling. He's panicking about what's going on. And he's going to blame the activator he got in his Jerry curl and his Soul Glow. He getting roasted on social media. He getting roasted. They ain't doing nothing but roasting him all night long. Oh well, he hasn't made a move to come out. He know he got smoked.
late, waiting so late. I know it's about 2 or 3 o'clock. I don't know, it's track of time, dates and everything. Yeah, it was a spirited fight. And if you remember earlier on when we spoke at the Barclays, and actually on All Access, I told you then Lamont is a very skillful fighter. He can fight us from the area. In that DMV area, there's a lot of talent, and nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to lose. So I knew it was going to be a hard fight. This has been going on forever. We all help each other. They know our strengths. They know our secrets. We know theirs, and vice versa. So that is what made for a good fight. I thought it was a great fight, spirited fight, and I like to see it run back again.
All right, any questions here?
Over here, James Well, Boston Source, Coach Barry. Of course, we talked about what you just said about the DMV area and how talented it is. And with these two fighters, being familiar with each other from the amateurs, like we were talking about, like back in Roach and everything like that. Like, what did you see there from Lamont Roach Jr. during those rounds where you pretty much felt like, hey, we needed to make a serious adjustment, like I would say in the second half of the fight?
Well, I knew he would be hungry. I knew he was going to fight extremely hard. I told you earlier, Lamont Roach was never a cheap date. So we knew that going into this fight. I thought there were times, there were opportunities when we were inside. We should have took advantage of a few things on the inside. But for the most part, this was a fight based on strategy. This was a fight, actually, Tank thought it was round 8 when it was round 12. So if you notice, he moved the whole time. So, being in shape wasn't a problem. There were times that I thought there was a lack of focus. There was a couple of opportunities there for some counters, and we missed them opportunities. But for the most part, I thought it was a spirited fight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time I want to bring on Calvin Ford, who's also a part of Team Tank, as we know. So if you have questions for either Barry or Calvin, again, feel free to raise your hand, but Calvin Ford here as well to answer questions.
Coach Barry, it's KG with Fight Hype. I wanted to ask you, Coach, from your vantage point, could you just give us what your perspective was of what happened in round 9 when Tank appeared to take a knee?
I can't speak to that, but because I don't have hair. But apparently, he had his hair braided, and they put some kind of chemical. I don't know if it's some whole juice. I don't know what y'all call it. But with the sweat and the heat and all, it ran down into his eyes. And when he came, he turned around, he took a knee, and he was complaining about his eyes burning. And when Calvin wiped his eyes, it was still burning. So that's what happened in that situation. That caught all of us off guard. In the amateurs, you can get away with that.
Hey, Coach Barry.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right.
This is Summer with Summertime Productions. I wanted to know if you agreed with the outcome of the fight and if you thought that them knowing each other and growing up together contributed to the performance.
Yes and no. I thought that Tank was boxing early on. I thought we abandoned our jab somewhat in the fight a little bit. But down the stretch, I thought maybe, I believe, 2 or 3 rounds, I can't remember, Calvin, was one of the rounds that we needed 3 rounds. He just went down, like you said, we looked at 3 rounds. Brian was calling out, yo, I need 3. We got 1. I need 2. He got the 2, but he forgot where he was at. He thought he was still in the 8th round. He thought he still had rounds to go. Thought he still had rounds to go. Thought he was in the 8th round. He was good. We just couldn't figure out why he wouldn't pick it up. Right. And so I think it was maybe a lack of focus just for a little bit, and we'll fix that. But nevertheless, I think that made that fight a draw.
This question is for Coach Calvin Ford. This is Matt from Brunch Boxing. Now, we know that Tank has talked in the past about retiring, leaving the game of boxing. As someone that's had Tank since basically he was a puppet, you've raised him as a boxer and a man. What would you like to see Tank do after tonight?
I like to see Tank to do what he want to do. I said at the last press conference. Y'all got to understand, them guys been doing it since they were little. This might energize him again.
Oh yeah. In fact, he backstage right now talking about he want a rematch.
Backstage, you want to go to the gym right now.
Yes, that's what he said. So I think that was time and stuff.
Well, why his ass ain't out here?
Chris Murray, Philadelphia Sunday Sun. I gotta ask this question in the sense that you said, Calvin for and for Coach Barry as well. You said before the fight that you wanted to see him take his game to another level. What didn't he do in this fight that that you felt he could have done and whatnot, and pretty much opened the fight up to being a draw?
Well, like I said again, they've been knowing each other since they were little. And Roach, he stepped up for the cause. He stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Again, Tank history. I always sit there and tell you, I don't like knockouts, I like punishment. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes things got to happen to make you get back to where you belong at. You know what I'm saying? And that was a good, skillful ass fight. Skillful. Both of them want to take certain chances. Some of them take chances. You know what I'm saying? We seen, it was like we was on a boat, but it was just like this, But a lot of we thought he could have did more.
Thought he could have did more, and hat off to Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? He was prepared. Yeah. There were shots that he took that the average person would have went out on. And he took, pretty much Tank was sitting on the uppercut, and he threw it, and he was able to catch some of those uppercuts. So, yeah, you got to give him credit.
Hey guys, this is Will. Now what? It is what it is. Going back home, who's going to have the bragging rights?
Well, both of us back to they was at it again. Nobody won. Nobody won. He can sit there and say, I didn't get knocked out. That's the only thing that's good to say. I didn't get knocked out. Maybe that was his championship because he did. You know what I'm saying? He fought a breaking fight. Salute goes off to him. You know what I'm saying? Tank was talking about retiring and stuff. That might change that. We don't know. We have to wait and see.
To the Tank's credit, I don't know if you guys know, but Amanda Serrano suffered the same issue during the fight last year. Well, before the fight started, she got braids, the chemicals leaked in her eye, and her fight had to be canceled, on fight night. So whatever he was going through, I'm pretty sure it was real. Now, do you feel that Tank, because he's known as a knockout artist, and he's shown the world that he's one of the best pound-for-pound punchers in the world, that he does start off slow? That's a narrative that he starts off slow, waiting for that one shot. Does he give away too many rounds early because of that?
I'll take it. Actually, if you notice this time in the fight, instead of him just totally just standing there, were times where they looked like they were going to engage an inside fighter, right? And I thought he stayed there a little bit too long. But for the most part, he was moving a lot in that fight tonight. You know what I mean? And to move the way he was moving and to think it was 8 rounds when it was going into the 12th, you know what I mean? Let me know being in shape wasn't an issue. You know what I mean? I just think it was a lack of focus. I thought and I asked for.
He got his bell rung. That's why he ain't know what round it was.
A little bit more damage.
And to piggyback on it, I think Tank did pick it up at the beginning rounds because they was both even. If you watch the fight, they was both watching each other. Sometimes they stood right in front of each other and was just trying to figure out where the holes was at. It was a very skillful fight.
And which is one of the things that when you fight somebody that you know that well, you don't have that advantage or that element of surprise because they know you just like you know them.
Coach Barry or Coach Calvin, again, this is KG with Fight Hype. I just want to ask you guys, because I've heard you both say a few times.
Tank don't show his ass up, he in trouble.
During this conversation.
He in trouble.
Where do you think the lack of focus is coming from, or what do you think impacted his focus tonight during the fight?
He
I spoke earlier when he was saying that
he done.
he want Tank to do what Tank wants to do. And when you think about the fight as a whole, the little whatever that stuff is you say that Serrano got in her eyes, I think once that happened, he started thinking about this stuff in my eyes and this man's still coming and I don't want to get caught with something. So I thought he started paying more attention to the juice running into his eyes than Lamont Roach himself.
Now we got Jerry Curl Gates.
Raise your hand if you have a question.
Over there in the back, 1 second.
Coach Collin, you was there with Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach when they fought in the amateurs. And how do you compare that fight to how they fought now? Was it a similar fight, or was it that much of a difference?
Funny that you ask. I seen glimpses of it when they was holding each other down, spinning each other. But it was parts of there, right? I really seen the adult side of being a professional boxer. They was both being on point. You know what I'm saying? Lamont was doing what he was supposed to do. He really stepped up to actually do what he was supposed to do. He stayed busy. You know what I'm saying? Tank was coming back, sitting down, his shots, Tank's shots was incredible. He was hitting Lamont with some nice shots that, like we said, we thought he would have went out with. And he took him. And in his mind, he said, Tank is not going to knock me out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a victory for him. You know, and if you look at it, that was a very skillful fight that we watched. That Tank had to do 12 rounds.
Over here, Barry, I wanted to ask you, Tank said that he didn't want to get caught with nothing late. Do you think that Lamont Roach's power was bothering him at any point? Do you think that Tank was buzzed at any point during the fight?
He said to us in the back, he wasn't buzzed. There was, I don't know what round it was, and he fell in and pulled out, and Lamont Roach countered with, I believe it was the right hand, right? When he came back to the corner, he said, he caught me one time, and definitely he felt that shot. But for the most part, other than that, he thought that he could see most of the punches coming. That was the only punch that got his attention. Yes.
Oh, I remember that punch.
Hey, this question is for Coach Galvin. You often assess the number of the fights that Tank has had over the course of his career, and one of them that stood out to you was his fight against Hector Luis Garcia when it came to a skill perspective. Yeah. So here in this one, how does that compare to of course?
Because their defense was real. If you watch both of them defense, man, both of them was letting some shots go. They just didn't want to take chances.
Yes.
They didn't want to take chances because they feel somebody can get seriously hurt. And when you did hear them throwing some stuff, everybody, ooh, wow. So I think Lamont used his jab more than Tank.
Yes, he did.
But other than that, Tank power shots was getting it.
Congrats to you guys for completing this mission, first off. It seems like I can see you guys have a whole lot of love for Lamont because it seems like you're on both sides right now, looking at from both sides, coaching the fight. But I want to know, at that last second, were you worried that we might have lost this fight?
No, I didn't think we lost the fight. I knew it was close. Like Calvin said, I think I asked for 3 rounds. We need these 3. I need these 2. You know what I mean? He thinking that he got a couple more rounds to go. But I didn't think, I knew it was a close fight. And I thought we pulled out the last couple of rounds. But nowhere in my thinking that I thought we were going to lose the fight.
No, that never ran across my mind because, like I said again, both of them came up in the same era. Lamont was just a year behind him, and like I said again, it was a good fight.
And Barack, the reason why like you heard, we got a lot of love for Lamont and his team and his crew. We had to give him credit where it's due. I mean, I cannot take away Right, with this guy, he can fight. You know what I mean? And we're so used to seeing Tank knock everybody out. You know what I mean? When he goes the distance, you know what I mean, it's a shot. Or he lost. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that's what, but I would never get up here in front of y'all or anybody else and tell a lie about this man couldn't fight. Yeah. I knew that going into it.
Everybody knew. Everybody said that. They knew. I even told y'all, I said, y'all think it? I just said it. I said, this is going to be a good fight. And Lamont really worked hard. He put everything on the line. And I said it in the last press conference. I said, man, we're going to see a good fight.
Coach Barry, Coach Calvin, you guys collaborated on this fight to get Gervonta ready. You both built world champions from scratch from the beginning, but there was a change in the coaching dynamic. The first 30 fights of Tank's career, Calvin's the lead trainer and everything. Did that have anything? Did any of the coaching dynamics? Because people will wonder that. Did it have anything to do with Tank, not performing the way people were used to?
I'm not gonna let nobody put that in my head. I'm not gonna let nobody put that in his head.
That's right. And you say the first 30, if you go back to the first half of his career, I was there. You know what I mean? So, like he said, and if you look at the fight, we all was speaking the whole time. So, I don't think that was a fight.
Any more questions?
Any more questions for either Coach Calvin Ford or Coach Barry Hunter? All right, guys. So we'll have Coach Barry Hunter and Coach Calvin Ford wait up here as Gervonta is getting ready and should be up here to the podium shortly. So hang tight. We'll have Tank on the way.
Tank is scared. I told you, he gotta come out. There's no way you go home and don't face the media. If you don't face the media, you are a punk. A punk. He looking like a punk right now, taking all night. He trying to hope everybody go to bed. Nobody going to bed tonight. He trying to hope and wait as long as he can the people go to sleep. The internet is forever, dog. They don't care where. You can talk at 5 in the morning. They gonna see it when they get up. He's coming out. He in the back talking to Al Heyman and everybody else. Al, but this happened, Al, and then the thing went in my eye, Al. Nope. You getting in that ring. You going out on that podium and you facing the media. Barry Hunter is not the right trainer for him because he's not the right voice in there. I don't know why he was brought in there to be the head trainer. Tank is not trusting Calvin Ford for the first time. Then you get Barry Hunter. I mean, the media is pissed. If I'm in the media, I'm pissed if I'm there. We got guys there. So our media is covering this right now. Everybody know that's a knockdown. When you take a knee, that's a knockdown. Floyd has one recorded knockdown on record. It's when he hurt his hand and his glove touched the canvas, they considered that a knockdown. I mean, seriously, man, it's a nightmare. I don't care if I fall asleep and the phone roll out of my hand. We're gonna be right here when Tank show up. My volume is low. It's been low all stream. I don't even know what that is because we got the volume turned all the way up. The volume is at the max. That's crazy. We got the audio booming like for the interview and everything. I don't know what they doing. This is a brand new phone. Do you see the upgrade? I just got this phone. This is the highest upgrade quality of a phone. This is the S25 Plus. I could leave out and come back in. All right. There we go. Everybody's doing something to try to keep afloat. This was their biggest star they got in the thing, and they build him up. Oh, yeah. They're done. That's sad that the media talked to these two and everybody waiting on Tank. Why in the world is he keeping everybody waiting? The dude from Fight Hype, he ready to go already. He like, man, I'm ready to get up out of here, man. He's like, bro, I'm going to the bathroom. He going to the bathroom. He hoping that Tank don't come while he going to the bathroom. Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that you got your ass whooped. Take your ass whooping like a man and you come back the next fight. He pulling a Drake. Drake over there at WWE looking like a loser. People teasing him with not like us lyrics and everything. Like, look who showed up. I was like, as soon as he walked in, I got a clip. They sent it straight to me. Look who here. Champagne sloppy. Almost blacked out. Tank probably back at the hotel. If he don't show, that's what they trying to convince him to come out. I'm like, no, you still got people saying you won or it's a draw. All right. Okay, can we get to the fight, ladies and gentlemen? Because I'm about to go to sleep. All right, I'm back up. I had passed out. Zeno's back. Take a licking. Still ticking. Can't drop the new phone now, damn. I'm sitting here waiting on them. As the trainers are sitting there, the commentators sat down, everybody's waiting on Tank, and this is the longest ever. They're trying to convince Gervonta Davis to go out there and talk to the public, but he's scared. Yep. See, Tank ego is broken right now. What is he doing? Getting his hair redone? I don't know, but his ego's broken. No, almost went down again. Zeno is still hanging in there. Zeno is still on the air. He is not fading. He is staying with the program 24/7. He won't close. Mm-mm-mm. All right, we ready? Are we finally ready? I was dozing off, but it looked like it's finally showtime, and it might happen. They got him to come out. After all the pep talk,
I know. still no Tank. Yeah, now it's hard for me to stay up past midnight because I've been getting up early. So hitting a lot different. See, most writers got deadlines, and he wants everybody to pass the deadline hour.
F LeBron.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you could all please take your seats, we want to welcome on the WBA lightweight champion,
There he
Gervonta Tank
is.
Davis. Tank, we're going to bring you up to the podium as we welcome you into the media, and you can discuss the fight and give your the media some thoughts.
Thank y'all for waiting and things like that. It was a good night for the sport. Didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either, so I felt like I won it, the last couple rounds, so it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I can get that rematch, because I know what I can do in a fight, but it's cool.
Any questions?
Okay.
Tank, it's KG with Fight Hype. I wanted to ask Tank, when the decision was read, the way that you reacted, it looked like you was upset. You slammed your gloves on the canvas. What was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
I didn't slam my glove on the canvas.
Okay, maybe I mistook from my vantage point, so that's my mistake. But what was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in I lost track in the rounds. That's why we need what's it called? Yeah, man. I didn't know what round it was. Facts.
No ring girls.
Tank, Eric Blum from DLNO.com. First off, your coach just said, can you confirm?
Because you got your bell rung.
2 days before the fight?
Yeah. I ran water over it today, but I must say, thought enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on?
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, But I didn't really know that you can get disqualified for all that. Or when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
Tank, how much does it hurt to have the draw on your
You don't
record?
know the rules of boxing?
It's going to stand as some sort of renewed motivation for you, like the guys were saying, as you proceed through these next couple fights?
Yeah, it just put, food to the fire and things like that, fuel to the fire. But it's cool. It's cool. The draw is okay. It's all right. You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Because I didn't pick it up when I was supposed to pick it up. And I could have definitely did more. Definitely did more.
Gervonta, congrats on a good fight. You originally were gonna call somebody out, you said, after the fight, but since the draw happened, it looks like Lamont Roach rematch is what's on the horizon. But who were you gonna call out? What was the plan originally?
I think he was here. He came in my locker room.
Shakur Stevenson?
He wasn't in my locker room. Next question.
Tank, congratulations, Barack from Ring Champs on all the smoke fight.
Were you
With the
surprised?
light skinned guy that was talking shit too,
With the light skinned guy?
Yeah, what he ain't in?
Where he at? I don't know. But were you surprised? Because I know everybody else was, that Roach could take your power because you were throwing bombs in some of those rounds.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Hi, Javante. How are you? Amir Davis here. So I'm going to say great fight, amazing energy, great strategy. So following this fight after, what does preparation look like for you leading into the next fight?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting back in the gym in like a week. I'm gonna take a good, probably like, couple of days off, but I gotta get back in the gym.
Thank you.
Ball ahead past it, man.
Yep. Hey man, Juan here from High 97. Lamont definitely learned stuff about you in this time, in this bout right here. What have you learned in this fight from Lamont that you can take forward in the next fight?
I could have stopped him. It's me. Definitely my fault.
Hey Tank, congratulations.
Thank you.
So at the end you talked about how the audience has like a love-hate relationship. Sometimes they love you, sometimes they don't. And obviously they were reacting during the fight. Did that affect your performance or confidence at all?
No, I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so it's something we gotta work on in the corner. For sure.
Yo, Tank. What's up? Now, you were talking about, having that period where you didn't like know like where the rounds was, because it seemed like at round 12, you kind of like looked and was like, you're round 12, dang. You know what I mean? So like, what was it to like go through that particular process? Because you saw that you needed to kind of like step it up like right then and there once you realized it was the 12th round.
Yeah, again, that was my fault, man. I ain't pay attention to the rounds and things like that. Just a lot going on. But again, it was myself.
Yeah, Barry Hunter should be fired.
Gotta go to the gym and, get back to the drawing board and, train a little harder. Definitely, I'm glad it happened now and not, no other way.
What's going on, champ? Listen, you're legendary, and I feel like giving an opportunity to a great fighter like Roach was amazing. At what point in the ring did you really feel his power or really feel a worthy component?
He caught me with a good shot, but it was times that I sat in there with him and I'm like, damn, this guy like super slow. Well, not super slow, but he's slow, and I could have took advantage of the moments. But I think I was boxing too much in the beginning, and when I felt like he was slow, it was just late down the line type of thing. But I should have pressed the issue,
How you doing, Javante? This is Matt from Bunch Boxing. I wanted to ask you, earlier in the year, you spoke about retiring after 2025. How does a result that maybe you weren't expecting or a result that you didn't think you deserved maybe change the course of your plans for your future?
Yeah, it definitely changed my plans. It definitely changed my plans. I probably got like 4 more fights now. For sure.
Hey Tank, in the ring during the fight, you guys were really jawing back and forth at each other. What were you guys saying to each other? It felt like more than any of your other fights, it was a lot of jawing in the ring.
Just trash talking a little bit. You know what I mean? We didn't get too crazy, but it's a fight, man. He's from like my neck of the woods and things like that, and hats off to him. It was a great fight while I lasted and things like that, and hopefully we get the rematch for sure. It'll be a better outcome for sure.
Chris Murray, Philadelphia Sunday Sun. Tank, was there a particular round in this fight where you thought you could have done better, you could have gotten him out of there, or you could have dominated, any of those rounds?
Yeah, I just felt like even if I didn't get him out of there, I could have worked more. I definitely could have worked more. Again, it was myself, and that's the only person I could blame. So just get back to the drawing board, get in the gym, and work harder.
Champ. Hi, Mr. Davis. Champ, Andre Gomez, Corner Man Boxing. Champ, your last fight was about 9 months ago. Do you think that there may be a little ring rust, and could that have played a factor in your performance tonight?
Nah, not no ring rust, but I don't want to give it up, but I need to work on myself for the most part.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to actually thank you for your bravery. I myself had the opportunity to train, and I know it's not easy. And a lot of people like to judge, or they like to not give you credit. So again, thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication, because it's not easy, and we really appreciate you.
Thank you. Did Lamar come here? You can? Okay, good.
Hey Tank, congratulations on your efforts, and
I don't know where you at.
right in front of you.
Oh, damn.
No, it's good. A lot of times when fighters mention the idea of like retirement, and you mentioned about therapy, that you didn't really want to lose that killer edge. Just the thought and the consciousness of that. Do you feel like kind of proactively thinking like that kind of hurt a little bit of that killer instinct, and especially fighting someone that you kind of viewed as like a friend? Like, was that really a little bit of that you spoke of?
I mean, it'd be cool, but we'd be cool, but like once we get in that ring, it's like it's different, But I don't know, fam.
Tank, what's going on with you? It's YG Sports. What was your mindset going into the fight? Were you looking for the knockout, or I just want to know what your mindset was?
No, my mindset was definitely like trying to figure him out a little bit. I think I had it, but I did it too late. But my mindset was definitely just like, I'll work him, beat him up a little bit, then press the issue.
Tank, I just wanted to ask earlier, you said, hopefully you can get the rematch with Lamont next, but everybody looks at you as the face of boxing and as somebody who calls the shots. Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute. Definitely might see it in a minute.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the WBA lightweight champion. And Tank, final words just for fans that tuned in, fans that were here. Again, there's rumors that I think it might be the number 2 highest grossing event here at Barclays, when it's all said and done, with breaking more records. So final thoughts on the fans that watched from home and were here in the building.
I just appreciate everybody that came out tonight. The good, the bad, the ugly. I definitely appreciate everybody that took that time out and showed support. You know what I mean? I'm nothing without, I want to say fans, but the supporters and things like that. And see y'all soon. I'll be back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for one of boxing's biggest stars, Gervonta Tank Davis, the champ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all media for coming on out for this. Once again, we look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. We'll be back March 22nd, PBC and on Prime Video. Thank you so much.
And there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we all know Paulie Malignaggi is about to go off. Paulie Malignaggi is about to go off. He's somebody that hates to see people get robbed because that's what they're going to do. Oh, yeah. Paulie's definitely finna cover it.
Lightweight title with a draw against Lamont Roach, and also an interesting undercard. Puello beats Martin in a close split decision. Saying that Martin can't seem to get those close ones, and Gary Antoine Russell dominates Valenzuela and wins the WBA 140-pound title. I guess I'll start on the undercard with where saying that Martin, a lot of people are going to say, okay, they thought he won this fight. And it seems like he sometimes doesn't get those close ones. He got it against Mikey Garcia. He didn't get it against Teofimo. And he didn't get it here against Puello. I do see where Martin is obviously very, very capable. He's very, very crafty and very, very skilled. But there's nothing explosive about it, nothing that catches your eye. And I feel like, I don't know what you guys think in the comments, but I feel like you gotta at least go and show something that you're trying to win the round. I feel like Martin is content leaving the rounds up in the air against other skilled fighters. Listen, when the guys can't match him, obviously he wins the rounds more easily and he gets the wins. But against high-level fighters, it's like he doesn't want to take that extra chance to really show. He doesn't want to explode with something that really is going to show, okay, I went for the win, I went and got the win. I feel like no crazy power, just a solid fundamental fighter who's been well schooled, well taught, and well balanced. And that's who he was tonight. His sense of positioning allowed him to catch and shoot in some spots. He had a mentally strong game plan in terms of he was trying to hold ground a lot and sort of back up Gervonta Davis. Davis still, when you really think about it, he ends up fighting a Lamont Roach, who's a 130-pound champion, been a perennial contender for about 10 years, finally won a world title. You bring him up in weight with all the lightweights, tough lightweights that are out there. You go outside the weight class to defend the title and get a smaller guy, which is something that he'd done already before with Garcia a couple years back. The guy who fought before he fought Ryan Garcia. I don't know, man. I can't keep reiterating how disappointing Gervonta Davis has been as far as the resume is concerned. If this is about as manufactured a star as you can make, and anybody who is going to defend that is really got to get their groupie lenses checked, because I've never seen a guy with this many pay-per-view headliners have not a single Hall of Famer on his resume. Not a single win on Gervonta Davis's resume will make you look at it like, wow, like maybe Jose Pedraza, a rather solid one.
Didn't I tell you?
A struggle at the weight. Jose Pedraza, it was a Jose Pedraza that had already been robbed in the Cherry in a defense against in the Cherry at that weight. So he was already weakening at 130 pounds, and he was already just holding on to that weight class because he had that belt. And as soon as he lost that belt, he went up to 135 and actually started fighting better once he could, make the weight a little bit easier. So that's his best win, and even that's with an asterisk. Ryan Garcia, you put the weight rehydration clause. And even Ryan, we still don't really know how good he is. He's never been a world champion. As manufactured a star fighter as you can make here, man. I mean, he was actually looked happy. He didn't even look disappointed with the decision tonight, with his performance tonight. This is how much. This is why when you spoil a guy and you give him this much free money, it's not just happened with him. I thought it happened with Devin Haney too, who then he stepped in had the bad luck of running into the Ryan Garcia situation with that. That's another story altogether. But yeah, it's like when you don't prepare by giving a backbone to your character with tough fights on the way up and tough fights to sort of cement your legacy and cement your status. Then when you end up having trouble with fights you shouldn't have trouble with, and that can't happen because you end up with tonight Javante Davis ended up with a really motivated Lamont Roach, who was obviously, like I said, always rather solid, but still was a smaller guy and still had nothing super special about him, and didn't really show anything super special tonight. Just sense of positioning, mentally strong, staying and holding ground, catching and shooting, and honestly backed up Javante Davis a lot. Ultimately, I don't think the draw is the worst decision in the world. I think, obviously Lamont overperformed here, or at least the look is that he overperformed. But I tell you where robbery can come into play. Two scorecards were even. There's a knockdown not given to Lamont Roach. Javante took a knee on his own. Let's remember when Mayweather did this against Carlos Famoso Hernandez years ago when his hand hurt. The referee counted him, so that was counted as a knockdown.
Damn, I just told y'all that.
Supposed to count that as a knockdown, and if Steve Willis counts that as a knockdown, Lamont wins by 1 point on 2 scorecards, and that knee that Javante Davis took ends up becoming the difference on the scorecards. I don't think a draw is the worst result in the world. I will say this: there are at least 6-7 lightweights that are better than Lamont Roach. I mean, I would pick Edwin De Los Santos to beat Lamont Roach. At lightweight. I would pick Zepeda, Tevin Farmer. I would pick Rataya, and obviously the champions, Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. Even Baranchik and Lamont Roach would be a solid matchup. So it's not like we went and picked like out of a weak division, we had to go get Lamont Roach for this fight. But he went and got Lamont Roach with a cherry pick, and the minus 1600 odds on the money line before the main event started was the proof that it was a cherry pick. And yet Lamont overperformed, and Javante showed again that he makes you wonder, is he that guy? I mean, because like I said, he has no resume to speak of. This is a guy who's almost 30 years old, speaks like he's accomplished what Muhammad Ali accomplished, talking like he's going to retire because he's done everything. He's actually done nothing except become a manufactured champion. So I don't know, man. I mean, I've complained about Canelo also doing this, but at least there was a time when Canelo actually gave us the chase for some of the top fighters in and around his weight classes. Even if even if I'm not happy with what Canelo does now, there was a time when Canelo was at least doing that, And I don't agree that Canelo does it with belts even now, but at least it's not as bad as this guy. This guy literally never has chased the top guy in his weight class. Can you say that there's a fight Javante Davis has had where you say, oh, that's the best guy in the weight class, and Javante Davis went and chased him and made it? Shakur Stevenson, even with injured hands, probably would have beat him tonight, Keyshawn Davis would have beat him tonight for sure. Edwin De Los Santos, I think, would have beat him tonight. People forget about De Los Santos. Nobody has actually gone near him since the Shakur Stevenson fight. And De Los Santos is a winner of Valenzuela as well. I love the politics of boxing. You guys just get phased out just for being too good. It's wild. Only in this sport can that happen, mind you. Speaking of Shakur, he actually tweeted that if Lamont Roach cannot get a decision against Javante Davis, he would fight Lamont Roach. And that's interesting because then you get it comparable, But I think Lamont probably has to go back to 130 pounds and make at least one defense in the 130-pound title before he can keep going at lightweight, because you can't just keep a title hostage. I mean, granted, they let you do whatever you want nowadays, but I wouldn't want Lamont to keep the 130-pound title hostage and continue to fight at lightweight. I would like for Lamont Roach maybe to go get a defense at 130 pounds, keep cementing himself as a 130-pound champion, because he's solid at 130 pounds. That's his weight class. He's solid. And I think this performance also adds a lot of shine to him, to the reputation that he has. And a lot of doors open for him. So we'll see what, in that regard, where it goes. Where does Javante Davis go from here? Does he give a rematch to Lamont Roach? I think it's about time that Javante Davis is forced to fight the top lightweights in the world so that he can finally have that title taken away that he's been keeping hostage for a while. And there are a lot of top lightweights in the world. The lightweight division is not devoid of talent, where you got to go and search for other weight classes for top opposition. I would love for Davis to fight one of the other champions. I would love for Davis to fight a viable major lightweight contender, because even those kind of guys are tough. We'll see what happens. All right. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Who did you have winning the fight tonight?
Well, Roach won his fight clearly, and that is that. I want to thank all y'all for coming through, everybody who hit the like button. And I appreciate all of y'all. This has been a 2-hour live stream. I even went to sleep on this thing. I got up, Tank made everybody wait to show you how unconfident he was in the whole fight, period, and how he was all messed up. And now you get to see firsthand how much lack of confidence that he actually got.
Introducing.
He's not ready. They weren't ready for it. All the movement was done by Tank. You see, all the movement was done by Tank. Tank thing was he was stuck in a conundrum of trying to feint early to try to get reactions out of Roach, to get him come out of his bag so he can get the openings off. And he did that once Roach broke concentration halfway within the round and decided to do some macho crap and go back and forth. And that's exactly what Tank wants, so he can get open shots. You just heard Tank. He finna avoid this rematch like the plague. He's not finna make the rematch right away. He finna go ahead and fight somebody else that he already got lined up. But the man who beat you, no. I don't know who he fights next, but it's gonna have to be a big fight. Or, Tank's done. So I must know what I'm talking about. And Paulie Malignaggi saying the same damn things. Well, anyway, we out. Y'all have a blessed night. And I'm going to pass out right here.